Hyperliquid is pumping hard right now, and in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why this move is happening and whether it actually has room to continue. I'll talk about the project's fundamentals and go over some potential price targets for this coin. And last but not least, I will take a look at some interesting macro catalysts that are causing a lot of volatility in the crypto space. But before I get into that, this is Royalty Crypto, and if you like altcoins like Hyperliquid, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, and your guys' support is greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get right on into it. As you guys can see, Hyperliquid is having a fantastic week as we are up almost 40% in the past 7 days. We are currently trading at $29.70, which equates to just under a $9 billion market cap for this coin. The 24-hour trading volume is also looking fantastic today, as it is well over 600 million, and it is actually up over 100% in the past 24 hours. If you guys were unaware, Hyperliquid is one of the most popular decentralized exchanges, and they do allow perpetual trading on their platform. And not only can you just trade crypto, you can also trade commodities. And if you guys have been watching the precious metals market for the past couple of months, you would know that it has been going absolutely parabolic. As you can see here, the price of silver went from about $35 an ounce in 2025 all the way up to $112, and it's hard to say if the top is even in yet for silver. Now, in my opinion, this does look like the textbook blow off top for the precious metal market, and I do expect these prices to come back down to earth in the next couple of months. But nonetheless, guys, this is undoubtedly benefiting Hyperliquid, and as you can see here, they had nearly a $1 billion daily trading volume for just silver alone yesterday. And not only that, Hyperliquid's open interest has spiked roughly 3x in the past month, all the way up to 790 million, which is indicating high demand for its perpetuals. And when you go back to the Hyperliquid chart, you can see that there is a very interesting opportunity playing out here, because although Hyperliquid's user base has been growing significantly, the price is still at quite a big discount considering we were at nearly $60 in late 2025. So I believe that if the silver and gold market remains volatile and the crypto market starts to heat up again, which it does seem like it is doing as we speak, I could see Hyperliquid returning to $60 in no time and actually getting significantly higher than that. I think that it is likely to see Hyperliquid somewhere between a $30 billion market cap to as high as a $50 billion market cap at some point in 2026. So if you are investing at today's prices, you could end up seeing a 3 to 6x on your money if you are able to perfectly sell the top. Now, of course, that is not financial advice, and you must understand that investing into altcoins is incredibly speculative and risky, so please do your own research outside of these videos. Also, guys, something else to keep in mind if you are considering holding Hyperliquid for the long term is the fact that their tokenomics are not the best. You can see here that their fully diluted market cap is nearly $30 billion right now, so that means that we only have about 30% of the overall token supply in circulation. So you will undoubtedly be dealing with quite a bit of inflation with this project, but at the same time, if you are looking to ride the hype around this coin and just bet on this narrative for 2026, then this inflation doesn't matter all that much. But alright guys, let's go ahead and shift our attention to the overall crypto market, because in my opinion, we won't be seeing a fresh all-time high for Hyperliquid until we see another leg up for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And as you can see here on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we are still in fear as we are sitting at a 35. However, guys, we have been slowly but surely trending up on this chart for the past couple of weeks, which in my opinion is a very bullish sign. I do expect us to get up to the extreme greed levels at some point in 2026 because of the fact that we are going into the expansion phase on the business cycle, and the fact that the US dollar has recently crashed to the lowest level it's been at in 4 years. And historically, guys, Bitcoin and crypto always does incredibly well under these conditions. But in the meantime, guys, we are still in fear, which historically has been a fantastic time to accumulate strong altcoins that you believe in, and I don't think that this time will be any different. So personally, I have been accumulating as much as possible since about October of last year, and I plan on continuing to do so until we are back up above about a 45 to 50 on this index. But although people are starting to get a bit more greedy in the overall crypto market, we we still are experiencing quite a bit of macro FUD happening, and the main event that is taking place right now is the fact that we have a 77% chance that the United States government will go back into a shutdown on Saturday. Now, this is very unfortunate because just a couple of days ago, we had dropped down to only an 8% chance of this happening, but because of the ICE situation that is playing out right now, the Senate Democrats are most likely going to veto this bill unless they can come to some agreement over the next couple of days. And of course, if we do go into a government shutdown, that is overall a negative thing for risk on assets because it creates a lot of uncertainty for the overall economy, and uncertainty typically leads to bearish price action. But guys, in the long run, this is just short-term FUD, and in my opinion, if this does cause us to dip lower for the overall crypto market, it is just yet another buying opportunity, and buying into fear typically rewards you in the mid to long term. Another event that could likely cause a lot of FUD is the FOMC meeting that is taking place tomorrow. As you can see here, we currently have a 97% chance of leaving the federal funds rate unchanged. So if we do actually pause the Fed rate, don't expect that to necessarily cause bearish price action. However, what we need to be paying attention to is Jerome Powell's speech. If he has a dovish tone during this speech, meaning he expects to lower rates in the next couple of months, that would potentially pump the prices of crypto. However, if he has the inverse of that, meaning a hawkish speech, and he says that he will likely keep rates unchanged for the next couple of months, that is when we could potentially see some bearish price action in the short term. So guys, be ready for some volatility this week, but hopefully this stuff clears up soon and we can start to trend back in the right direction. But with all that being said, guys, stay strong, stay bullish, and ignore the FUD, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.